Shoutouts. What are your thoughts on this match? I think this is going to be close.
The Welshman is going to win, as he always does.
So you're in Tethys's boat. I see. I guess I have to vouch for Nim, as he is a Knuckles runner, same as I. So we have to stick together in this world that hates us because it won't give us good RNG. Sad face.
I would have said Nim was more of a general runner, but you want to jump in the Knuckles, that's fine. I understand and respect that.
I feel like he mostly does Knuckles and is good at the other stories. But our runners getting ready for the run.
We shall see how that pans out then.
Nim is definitely hoping for a lead in Knuckles, because of course, being that being his specialty. You want the lead in what you're best at.
I would want a relative lead in Knuckles after the interesting thing the game threw at him before.
Yeah, definitely.
Let us see what happens.
Both of our runners starting out with Knuckles. This is, of course, pretty standard.
Nope, sound defense pointing out, but Tef has a bigger Knuckles, so...
Does have a larger Knuckles. Tethys, a 16x9 gamer, unfortunately. He grabs his first piece 1, but it is the one by the fountain. Instantly, the piece 3 showing its face. First balcony. As Nim grabs his piece 1 in the tunnel and the piece 3 in the second balcony. Tethys is getting out of speed highway before him if he can place this enemy piece. Never mind, I called it too soon.
It's so that piece is so disorienting because it's one of 3 pieces.
Yeah, there is a triangle of pieces that it could be, and Tethys unfortunately taking the last one that he checks. Nim getting out of speed highway 3 seconds faster because of that. Getting a pretty alright set himself.
Nim doing the new thing, we shall see definitively which one is faster then.
Well, because Nim had a bit of a messy start, I believe this will be slower for him. And yeah, Tethys and Nim are entering at the same time, which I believe would be a time loss for Nim. Tethys already knows where all 3 of his pieces are.
Yep.
Because he saw 2 pings while he was getting to the lion. Nim getting a very, very good set, a 15-second set. What you want as Tethys passes the 20-second mark. 21-second set for Tethys.
I got baited by that piece again. I thought it was the other one.
Sad.
Because I thought it was a piece 2 spawn. It wasn't a piece 2 spawn. Ah.
Nim carrying the very small lead he has through to Casino.
It's the baby stages. Anything can happen.
Definitely true. Casino probably the most forgiving RNG-wise with Knuckles. Both of them hitting cream skip. Nim getting a bit of a cleaner one as Tethys throws out all 3 punches. But 7 seconds separate them. According to Sound Defense. Shout out to Sound Defense. For the time updates.
7 seconds? It seems less than that. I'll take his word for it.
I believe the timers are slightly desynced. Tethys still struggling with Chaos 2. We've seen this a lot in his runs so far. This boss gives him quite a bit of trouble.
51. Okay.
But getting out with a 2201. Nim collects the shovel claws.
Assuming Tethys doesn't crash anywhere.
Hoping that neither of our runners crash.
Nope, he makes it out. Is 20 seconds?
This is a little bit less. I believe this is closer to 15 to 16.
I'm just basing that off when they got out of the cutscene.
Nope, you were right. It is 19. I guess I could pay attention to the timers instead of just winging it.
This means that we can trust Sound Defense's maths. Because it kind of matches my own, so I don't need to do that now.
Of course. Nimputs entering Red Mountain. This, in his last race, gave him a bit of trouble. Hopefully, playing a bit more solidly here. Getting this piece 1 is smart, because if you need to come back, you can just restart.
Volcano?
Checking Volcano. This is sensible.
We're not making the same mistake again.
Yeah, and then he just has his piece 2. Tethys loading in as Nim exits. There's about a 20-second difference.
Absolutely nothing. It's not even Volcano set either, so it's gonna be like the one at the back, probably. Yep.
Ooh, checking the back piece. Smart decision from Tethys as he gets it.
Piece 3 is at the bottom.
Piece 3 definitely at the bottom. Piece 2 likely the bottom half.
Checking is top piece 2, so yeah, it gets away with it, but like he even dodges
31 second.
He even dodged the wind. I don't understand it.
If you glide during it, it triggers and pushes you upwards, I believe. So you want to let go of your glide a little bit before. At least from what I understand.
Make a note of that then.
And now Nimputs and Tethys, a very small lead that Nim has going into Chaos 4.
So 4:57 enter, I think it was.
That should be accurate because he is 12 seconds into the fight. There's a second windup. A 30-second difference between them, extending the lead that he got from Chaos to a good 10 seconds. That's what you want to see if you're Nim.
Slowly etching out when the game is actually feeding him okay sets, which is good for Nim. Really good for Nim.
Yeah, definitely. And now, I don't know, is there anything to say about Chaos 4 anymore? I'm running out of stuff to say.
Do we have to keep saying... Chaos 4 is a fish-like entity, but it does better looking fish-like entity than certain other fish-like entities in other video games.
Smash or pass with all of Chaos's forms. I think this is the one that I'd smash the least.
You would smash
it is a big fish.
You would smash Chaos 6 more than Chaos 4.
Now that you've said that, I feel like a fool. Maybe you're right.
I mean, I would say Perfect Chaos is also up there as well, but that's just a...
No, Perfect Chaos gets it.
That's at least somebody's into that stuff, that's fine.
We're running out of ideas here in the commentary booth.
Running out of ideas.
Thank God, Nim has bailed us out with a 31 Chaos 4.
I'm scared that if we ever end up in the Sonic Story tournament and we're just commentating over Skype, we do smash or pass on the egg carrier or something. What the fuck?
True.
That's not what I was expecting from that at all.
But it was funny, at least I think. That's what matters.
That was a very safe
getting a
key.
pretty safe key, yeah.
Key.
As Tethys leaves Chaos 4, I believe he got a 32.
I'd argue Nim could have left sooner. That key was actually so good.
I believe he got stuck behind the key's shrine, but...
Mimic is playing Smash
yeah.
Chaos now. You see
he's tier listing them.
You see what you've done.
Tethys gained some time out of Chaos 4. I stood corrected. 0.07 seconds.
Let's see this Lost World set.
Lost World set looking pretty okay, actually. I didn't see the piece 1. I believe it was behind.
I think it's the other piece 1. That's the one.
But an 11:01 exit on Lost World. That's really, really good. Tethys getting stuck on the jungle walls. Chaos 2 S tier dies of cringe.
The game is more entertaining than this show. Like we really got nothing.
What do you do during Chaos 4?
What do you do? You just like we could talk about how the boss is done for like the 12th time.
I mean, that is true, and that's what I've been doing, but I feel like 3 times in a row. I can't keep the facade up, the mask is slipping.
It's not a good boss.
It isn't.
11.93. Is that more or less? I think that's more, isn't it?
Second less, more than Nim. Nim got an 11:01. Moving smoothly through the the overworld. No.
Well, the fun part of Knuckles, just moving and
Movement.
stuff.
I'm not
It's
seeing
not
enough
just
movement
all-
out there.
Oh, it's
As
more
the ship
movement than.
transforms.
Well, I mean, it's more movement than I would say the other stories have. Actually, no. Amy
No,
has
that's
more.
that's
No,
an
Amy has
insane
more.
take. The other
Amy
two
has
are
more. Yeah,
definitely
Amy
have
has
more.
No, Gamma
Knuckles
definitely
is
doesn't.
Knuckles is the
Gamma
least
doesn't.
movement.
Gamma doesn't have more movements.
What are you talking about?
Okay, if you count going backwards and
I'm
forwards between
beefing.
the
No,
same,
this
if you
is
count going
insane.
backwards and forwards between the same room movements, then no.
We have a game to commentate, but we're beefing it out after this.
Oh,
Them
so
getting
sorry.
a pretty solid set so far.
Did he get his
first
piece
piece
2
one.
or did he get his piece
He has
1?
not gotten a piece 2, but it is at the back of the stage, I believe. No dig spots for him.
Okay.
It's the very last enemy.
He has escaped the 16% chance, 16.8% chance.
Definitely.
I feel like I have to state what the percent chance is. The amount of car pieces we've been seeing, I'm not sure reflect that.
Tethys going to the wrong side for his piece 1, but quickly recovering.
Wouldn't be the first time. That's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah, especially for a beginner like
it's
Tethys.
The enemy, it's fine.
Perfectly understandable.
And it's the one at the
This
back.
is a really, really good piece set from Tethys. This is going to be a 20 Skydeck.
Very good.
He's going to save
as well.
10 seconds over Nim there.
I just saw him on the wall. I saw the green ping, and I just said that I was having a hard time and realized, no way, it's the enemy. It's fine.
We have 3DS players in the chat.
If it's blue on those walls, it's a car piece.
Yeah. And then Nimputs doing his Chaos 6 setup. This gained 8 seconds in Skydeck. The small time gains are what Tethys is banking on here, I think, with Nim's lead so far. Both getting in
You can
Chaos
definitely
6.
make up the time. Like, you can definitely make that up later. It's not as
Of course.
bad as it could have been.
This race is still remarkably close.
As I say, could mess up Chaos 6 yet. We all know how much you like Chaos 6 over Chaos 4.
Avoiding that conversation, Nimputs has loaded into Amy. We'll be hoping for a good Twinkle Park. Nimputs does not go for Castle Skip. He is very inconsistent, according to him. So, we'll be seeing Mirror Room. I believe Tethys also goes for Mirror Room, as he quits out of Knuckles.
Always weird to find that hole in the wall.
Yeah, that...
It's a very...
That skip is tricky.
Amy's is the easier of them. Because it's directly in line with the Tikal ball.
Yeah, definitely. Nim loading into...
But when you hit into the Tikal ball, you have to remember where the Tikal ball was, so...
There's a pretty simple lineup with it, with 2 of the bricks. Nim in the Mirror Room now, going for Mirror Room skip. Gets it cleanly there.
Is he on the funny side?
The camera not giving him any mercy as he goes on the other side. Nim does play for the left side. So, fortunately, camera kind of...
We do not understand why that side has collision. It's really weird.
I'm sure the game designers just copied it over with the death pits revealed. That seems pretty simple to me. Tethys going into Mirror Room now.
Also a left side. No, he's actually on the right side. The camera's just...
Left side is really tricky with Mirror Room because of the camera, as Nim leaving Twinkle Park. As Tethys enters Act 1 again.
I wonder if Tethys tried to move the camera or something there.
Honestly, I don't understand how that camera works. It sometimes works.
You just don't touch it.
I do that, and it still does not It is not very kind to me.
If you're going straight right side, you just don't touch it.
I guess that's fair. A hedgehog hammer.
But if you touch it, just gets stuck in them. Okay,
Yeah,
smash or pass, Blue Sonic or Golden Sonic.
I feel like neither of them are very smashable.
What do you mean? Amy has to smash them to get points. So it's obviously Yellow Sonic. What did you think I meant?
The puns in the commentary booth making me second guess my time here.
Hey, we can't have Team Toxic constantly. We have to have something to ease.
As a proud member of Team Toxic, what the fuck do you mean? Nimputs loading into Hot Shelter now as Tethys finishing up Hedgehog Hammer. This is a really, really close race.
Let's watch the funny kid.
Ooh, Nim, the cleanest clip out of the first area. No handle turning for Nim.
Nice colors.
Oh, messing up on that first handle as he makes his way to the second. Ooh, missing the hammer flip there. Tethys also missing the elevator clip.
Weird Amy momentum.
Yeah, Amy is quite a tricky character to understand the momentum of, but getting a very, very good clip without having to crank that soldier boy. Taking a quick dip as Nim gets into Act 2, a 55-second time bathroom break, which is pretty good.
I know we say that they don't do anything, but I think it does affect your initial speed. So like him coming out of the water, he is slightly faster from picking up the speed shoes, I think. I could just be completely wrong.
I am not sure. Speed shoes, I know, doesn't really do anything.
They don't do anything with her maximum speed, but I'm pretty sure they affect how quickly she gets up to her near maximum speed.
Perhaps you're right. Theory crafting in the commentary booth. Nim,
not to the right.
Missing pasta skip. Saw this last round from him. A little bit of trouble. Thankfully, getting it much quicker than he did last time. Getting it second try. That should be a bit of time.
Funny bridge.
That Tethys can catch up. No funny bridge. No funny door.
I don't know why he goes for half of it and not the full thing.
I believe he goes for the second beam there. Nim hitting the second puzzle skip. And Tethys, oh my lord.
That's really risky and that paid off.
That was a super, super risky pasta skip, but a super clean one. That had me sweating. But he saved some time over Nim there. Nim setting up a bit slower and also getting a second try.
He's going to save some time.
Yeah, this is good for Tethys. This is what you want to see. Hitting the balloon 205. I believe Nim had a 215.
Gonna go home to his sheep later if he pulls this one back.
Yeah, definitely. Tethys saying that he is still in this race.
Somebody post a Tethys Welsh flag. I don't have a Tethys Welsh flag. It makes me feel bad. I need someone to post a Welsh flag for context.
Post the Welsh flag in chat. Yeah, Tethys.
Yeah, no, I'm not being saved. Damn it.
Get owned. There is a stream delay, of course. Big Mikey with the raid. Shout out to Big Mikey. That is a black flag, all right.
That's a black flag, I guess. Yep.
Welcome, Raiders. If you haven't caught up with the stream, this is the Knuckles Amy Gamma tournament where we are running 3 of the smallest, shortest, but hardest stories in Sadix, Knuckles, Amy, and Gamma. This is Losers Round 3, Nimputs versus Tethys, 2 very good runners. We have Nim going into final leg. Ooh, missing that jump.
Not that messy, but...
A bit of time save potential for Tethys, but Tethys goes so left here that I'm not even sure that it would save time if he hit it. Entering with an 1851. Tethys, a bit of messy.
He didn't get the hammer foot, but he didn't fall down.
That is what you want to see.
So it could be worse.
Oh no, it got worse very quickly.
I was mid-sentence.
Missing that jump.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. I was
no,
mid-sentence.
it definitely counts. Mid-sentence commentators.
It only counts if I finish the sentence.
Still a 30-second gap between them, with Tethys entering at 19:20.
Door RNG.
Door RNG, indeed.
Place your bets.
Tethys wants to see an early door and is hoping
Yellow
that
door,
Nim gets
there will be
a late
yellow
door.
door for Nim and a purple door for Teth.
Natborn deciding to play God in the commentator's booth.
Hey, I mean, what else is there to do? It's Amy doors. What else is there to do? You have to play.
I guess that is true. I am not a gambling man. I will not participate in this. I don't know, what's another word for gambling? Whatever.
Not participate in gambling.
Nim
Is it door
getting
one?
first door! This is
New
huge
door.
for Nim. Tethys not able to save any time over doors. That's what you want to see if you're Nim.
Ooh.
I'm sure Nim not sure where
Nim
he
door.
is in context of Tethys.
You reckon he's watching? I feel bad if he's watching.
I would not assume that Nim is watching. I know it was not in the last match.
Tethys missed the door.
Oh no, Tethys missing the door open. There it'd be faster to just go check door 2 and then come back once it's done opening.
You didn't? Did he go far enough into door 2?
I think he should have. I guess we'll see if he doesn't hit a door. Fourth door. A bad sign for Tethys.
Purple. I did say purple. I got that right at least.
You did say purple. You got 1/2. Half credit for Natborn. But
I'd rather be right on the other one than
I believe
the Welshman.
Noted by
like
Venom
I
in the
feel
chat,
like
I do believe that is Nim's third door 1. Nim is really out here with the 3 doors 1s in a tournament setting. That's very impressive. It's what you want to see.
I think
Defending
I have
his
2.
lead.
I think I have 2 out of 2, but I'd have to check. No way.
I don't even remember what doors I get.
I think I got door 2. Actually, no.
Sad. Nim finishing up Amy here with 0. Nim gained 23 seconds in that split because of doors. Both Tethys missing the open on the first door and also getting 4th door. So it's not over until the timer ends. Still very close. Nim quitting out as soon as the timer ends for 0. Going straight to Gamma.
I've also gotten into the habit of perfecting that movement there. I also like to Alt F2 out of Amy as quickly as possible.
Paste.
Let's see if 0 behaves himself.
Tethys is hoping for a good 0's fight. A bad one could spell disaster. A minute in Gamma would be quite difficult, especially if Nim can get through Hot Shelter no problems. Of course, he needs to get there first. A perfectly fine final egg. We're both in Gamma now.
Wait for the next sound defense update because I'm not paying attention to the times.
You need pause, Jampers.
Actually, I don't know if Nim has a sub 10 Gamma.
I'm not sure. I'd have to see.
I would say because Scoop Skip is illegal. Then you can't do it if you don't unlock it.
You do unlock Skip at sub 10 Gamma. Then making his way into Emerald Coast. He wants good pillars here. taking a spill into the ocean would be very bad, especially with the speed.
Wouldn't be catastrophic, but it wouldn't be that catastrophic, but it would definitely aid Tethys' recovery. No, he's taking his time.
Yeah, Nim likes to play consistent, play slow if he needs to, and we saw him last race die after the pillars, but learned his mistake, went a little bit further, made sure he made it. A very good Emerald Coast, no mistakes. That's why
Like the Hedgehog has been added.
Sonic the Hedgehog 8-bit, colon, thumbs down, colon. Tethys getting into
we
Emerald
have to sit through 2 seconds of time wasted for an unlock thing.
Apparently, that time save that is not in runs with speedrun mod, so it actually saves time to run with speedrun mod. But speedrun mod is banned for this tournament. We don't want our runners resetting and then getting their save data wiped. As Tethys opting to not even go for pillars in Emerald Coast. I respect this play.
It's weird. You wouldn't use it in this run anywhere because of the resetting.
The speedrun mod is a little bit safe with how you reset if you're playing KAG, but because I believe it sets your emblem count to 3 after each soft reset. So if you go into Gamma, you just set your splits to be correct.
It sets it back whatever the save file is.
Yep. Nim has gotten the jet booster, clipping out of bounds and straight into Hot Shelter, the final level for Gamma. If you haven't seen Gamma, we play it in reverse order because we can get to Hot Shelter.
Only 50 seconds. It's fine.
50 seconds of difference could be made in Hot Shelter here. A very tricky wall ride
box jump.
Strat. Box jump?
Box jump. Is he gonna make it?
To get this first try. Missing the angle.
Okay, it's not an issue yet.
Ooh, that looked really late, but Nim getting there. Nim always goes left side. He likes playing safe, likes playing consistent. As Tethys gets the clip out. No soft lock from Nim. If you land on the train there, you do soft block.
It's not even landing on the train. There's a very specific part above the train as well, which you have to dodge.
Yes. But Tethys getting a good start to his Hot Shelter. Taking the spring. Did miss the checkpoint. I hope that isn't a problem in the future. He gets on the dash pad for wall run.
I'm not going to comment because then if it does happen, you're the one that cursed it.
True, as Tethys gets a first try clip. That's very good. Also opts for left side. Double left side gamers. As Nim quits out of the story mode to go through trial menu. Tethys saving a bit of time here.
What do we have left?
We have Red Mountain and Windy Valley.
Red Mountain clip.
If Nim struggles like this with this
relatively quickly,
gets a second try. If Tethys could make up the little bits of time and then nail it with early shot if Nim misses it and just goes for the kill. Very possible that Nim still loses this. Tethys is not out of the game yet. Because I know Nim goes for a safer strat in Windy Valley.
Nim's execution is very clean though.
I definitely agree.
Even with the little tiny mistakes that are being made.
A route divergence here as Tethys goes to fight Sonic early. Nim does not. He immediately quits out.
This could add up to about a second at best.
It'll be different for a little bit, but it should get back on track after Nimputs defeats Sonic after Windy Valley. Windy Valley, Nim does do a slower strat. I know that Tethys does not go for.
If you want to do timing down defense, your next one is when the mountain blows up.
All my powers are fading.
It's when the wall collapses is the next time they'll be in sync.
Ooh, Tethys struggling with the Red Mountain clip. Ooh, this could be very bad.
Some superstitious people will say his clipping level's too high.
I get it. As Nim in the Windy Valley boss fight now, this is still a very close race. It's not over until it's over.
Is it too high or is it too low? I can't remember. It's one of those things. It doesn't matter. It's just the skull is slightly further off, but it doesn't matter because the collision's still the same. So it's one of them placebo things. So, to my knowledge, anyway, I could be wrong.
I have no idea. Smiley face. Tethys getting a jump on the boss here, but getting out of Red Mountain.
The orange robot likes to jump, but there's no bloody wall cam.
Yeah, the robots in this section of Gamma are a nightmare because you do have to hope they don't jump. It's completely random, I believe.
I would say it is, but I don't think it is.
For lack of
information, I would just agree and say it is.
It's seemingly random.
I think it's you just if you manage to frame shoot fast enough before they actually jump is what's happening.
Yeah, I do believe that's the case, but it is seemingly random.
Because they will always jump the last hit. They're just programmed to do that. Oh, it never jumps onto RNG. It's whether or not that they jump as RNG. It's just, I think it's just frames. I think it's just to do with frames.
I imagine that is the case. Nim now setting his story flags as he goes through the story cutscenes of Gamma. We need this to be able to do the final boss. Re-entering Red Mountain, quitting out as soon as possible.
Tethys gets to see the same cutscene twice.
That is true. He did quit out a bit late in the adventure mode.
I mean, I do that as well. I wait until Windy Valley appears before, not when Mystic Ruins appears, just so I know that the game's in the right state when I soft reset out of Gamma.
Yeah, I just wait for the first frame.
This game is really weird. Sometimes.
This running into the pole. This is still very, very close, but I believe the time save from early shot, if Tethys hits it and Nim misses it, not enough.
It's only if Nim invests time into it, which he is not going to do.
Yeah, Nim, of course, playing safe.
So unless there is
disaster strikes, yeah.
I think it's curtains, but the question is, how much is a curtains by?
Yeah, this is a very, very close race as Tethys exiting out of Red Mountain. Roughly a minute of time separating them.
Mountain Girl boom. You know what? I like that. Can we have a split for that?
You
know what?
You can have that as a split.
Yeah, and you know what? Right, I'm gonna make a note of that. That's now my new Death of One split for Gamma.
Nim does actually lose a bit of time on this boss fight by playing it safe, not having the explosions hit him over and over again. It is a bit slower. Tethys gearing up for early shot. If he hits this, no early shot.
Attempt
be a lot closer. Attempt 2? No attempt 2. Nim closes this out.
Assuming, depending on his missile RNG, about 6 or 7 seconds. I didn't see what Nim got.
Nim got a 32:58, a very good time. I believe that is one of the few 32s in this tournament.
What's he gonna get?
Tethys has one more shot.
No, it's not missiles, it's just insta TP. Yeah, he's got the fastest up.
Tethys does do the strat here where you just stand close to him. Reduces the travel time. Will this be exactly a minute? a little bit over a minute and 2 seconds separating them. A 34 flat for Tethys.
He gained 1 second back at the end there, I think.
Regardless, a very, very close race. A minute and 2 seconds is no big gap. May seem like one, but with Gamma, Knuckles, and Amy, they're all very, very difficult.
PB.
And Tethys announcing he has a PB of 34 flat. That is a very, very good run for Tethys.
Well,
and Nimputs takes this one. The Sadix veteran triumphing over the underdog. And Tethys gets a sub 12 Knuckles PB in the same race. Huge congrats to Tethys for the PBs, as unfortunately he is knocked out of the tournament, but going away with a lot of very good times and joining us.
They are here. The gamers are here.
Yo,
hello.
I feel bad.
You played so well from what I've seen.
It's fine.
Yeah, no.
How was it going?
I played pretty good.
You did play pretty good.
Not too bad.
I'm upset that they will never face you now.
You were so close up to my heel like all the time. I was like sweating, like just
really?
1 or 2 slip ups and you could have gotten.
Yeah, that was not over until I think probably Red Mountain.
Oh man, I cannot get a good Red Mountain Gamma for the life of me.
Red Mountain Gamma is tricky to get down. I understand it.
Like the consistency just out of Knuckles, just you got set diffed out of Knuckles, and that was literally it. You were you were that consistent to each other the entire way through.
Oh, that's crazy.
That Nim was being carried by set difference.
Also, that was big because I PB'd a Knuckles. I got my first sub 12.
Let's go!
Yo, that is sick.
Yeah,
congrats on the 2 PBs in one race.
Yeah, double PB in one round. That's pretty high.
Also, may I just say, I feel so bad for how stupid lucky I get with the door RNG.
You got a door one again.
In this tournament, it's been crazy. Like 3 door ones so far, 3 out of 3. Like, how does that even happen? Like, I feel bad for that.
That's crazy. That's insane.
The upsetting part, Tethys, to do with your door is I was correct. So
yeah,
I guess
Snapborn did indeed curse you with door 4.
Oh, really?
I said yellow door for name, yellow door for name, yellow door for Tethys. Is what I said.
Honestly, with him getting door 1 again. Hard to make up time with Final Egg, but a very good race for both of you. I don't think the difference between you two ever hit a minute until after
the end. It was
right at the end. You had a minute between you two.
We had our split by sound defense called Mountain Goes Boom, where it was like 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Yeah, right at the end, you guys were separated by a minute, and unfortunately, at the end of Gamma, there's not much you can do to make up time.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the 2 things for me that like is the fact that if I just didn't mess up that 1 shot on beta, I would have gotten the 33, and that's just like, oh god, now I have to play this category more.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, like I said, if I dip out here, like if I go out to Nim or Drag for that matter, like no disgrace, no shame whatsoever. So yeah, I'm chilling. I've had a good tournament.
Yeah, you had a good tournament run. Came out a newer runner, and going out to one of the best in the tournament. Nothing to be ashamed of. You had a good run.
Yeah, dude, it's been super impressive to see how quick you've improved. Like, you've been doing super well.
Yeah, that means like a huge amount coming from you as well, you know. So yeah, no, I'm gonna probably keep on going and see what I can do. Yeah. Probably more so in Knuckles specifically, because like that's one that I kind of want to refine a bit further.
Go. Knuckles gang.
Let's go.
Knuckles gang. All in agreement to avoid AB after this tournament server.
I've got like I'm happy with like
we just do Knuckles or Gamma. We just avoid AB.
It's just funny because like I signed up for the tournament like not knowing anything about any of the categories, so I was just kind of like, yeah, I'll do it. Why not? It'll be like a fun challenge to learn. And then like the tournament kept getting delayed, So I learned Amy and Gamma, and like just left it for like a month or two, and then I was like,
I think
crap.
everyone left it for like a month.
Yeah, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta learn Knuckles. So I like hastily learned Knuckles, and I think I've done okay. I think I've done all right, all things considered.
Sub-12 isn't that bad. I think you might actually have beaten me in another. No, wait, no, you haven't.
No, I've been I've checking the boards. I'm still
Not,
below
you
you in
haven't
Knuckles
done
at
that.
least.
You haven't taken that one from me yet, but I assume you soon will.
Maybe.
Sub 12 and
Stands now.
especially in like a no reset is definitely really good.
Yeah,
You can be
I'm
proud
trying
of
to even
that.
think much. Thanks. I'm trying to like think much about the run. I know I got kind of nice in Skydeck. I got pretty nice RNG.
I think you had a better set in Skydeck than
You
Nim.
did have the better set.
I don't think
You did. because
anything
you're-
else really stood out. Red Mountain was kind of meh. Speed Highway was like, it was not the worst
I was
thing,
trying to
but
think,
it wasn't great.
Yours was the one with fucking